everyone, if you've been on this channel for quite some time, you may have noticed this. It's been featured in I think 1 or 2 videos, and it's been in the background of a few others. This is the Communist Stampede, and I've never done a video just going over it, which is what I'm going to do now. Like I said, this is the Communist Stampede, if you can't really tell by the giant hammer and sickle and the Russian, or by the red, silver, black, and gold paint job. I've minimized the Stampede in quite a few locations to kind of go with the Communist theme, and I absolutely love how this thing works. So let's go over it. On this side, you have the larger of the 2 hammer and sickles by the Magwell, along with Long Live the Proletariat in Russian in silver. I got someone to check to make sure all the Russian was spelled correctly, and it is, so I'm very proud of that because Google Translate can sometimes mess things up. So yeah. The other side has For the Motherland and another hammer and sickle. Also on this side you have 2 voltmeters underneath a polycarb kind of shield. The top one is the one that usually reads the battery, but it has died because this Stampede is old and it has been used quite a little bit. So the top one's dead, but the bottom one has its wires tucked into the Magwell. I don't know if you can see it, but they're up in the Magwell. So if you do want to go back and, you know, rewire it or integrate something, you can just easily swap the wires and the bottom one will work. And they are accessed via this little switch right here because it's kind of out of the way and it's very easy to get with your fingers. For the minimizing, I've cut down the front. I've cut down this little area where the tack rail and kind of aesthetics would be, and I've chopped down the battery tray location using a latch and swing door to access it. And I absolutely love using this latch on here. It makes it so easy to open and close, and yet it's very secure when you don't want it to open. So I'm probably going to be using latches for all my stuff because you don't have to unscrew and screw the battery tray together. I have also taken the tack rail off, and I've used a long shot tack rail and mounted it on the back to kind of give it this, you know, keep a tack rail on there, but it also keeps it very slimline and very small so you don't have something bumping up. Makes it a much smaller blaster overall. I've also cut down the front barrel that usually sticks out and the tack rails that kind of go down here and stuff, and I've made the barrel stick out just a little bit. I love doing this with Stampedes. I think it's probably the best look that you can give to a Stampede, so I usually do that to whatever ones I mod. Besides that, this thing used to have stock wiring all throughout it and use the stock switches, so I've gone back and I've gutted all the wiring. I've put a micro switch for the trigger, and I've put 18 gauge silicone RC wiring all throughout so you can have higher output lipos in there. And I originally made it run off of Trustfire, so I made myself a little custom Trustfire battery pack using a Radio Shack 4 AA battery pack, but it has been rewired with the silicone wiring, which you can see here, which is thicker and a lot more durable than the small stuff that usually comes with it. And it uses a RC connector. So you can either use this with Trustfires, or you can put a LiPo in, and the battery tray has been padded with some red foam just to keep your LiPos and batteries safe. So you can bash it around and nothing will happen to your batteries, which is a very good idea to do. Besides the overhaul on wiring and the micro switch, it is using a stock spring and Ace number 115 spring as its power. Very nice combo. I love the 115 springs. If you can find them, definitely get them because they are perfect for the Stampede. And with that stock spring, you get a little extra punch, and it loves couche darts. So if you're a budget shooter, you're using third-party darts, you will love that combo because it shoots them so well and it keeps all the accuracy of the couche darts without having the horrible range decrease that a lot of blasters put on them. And lastly, before I forget, I'm going to do a little humble brag here. This won the Best Painted Blaster of HVZ 2012 at SCAD, so it won an award for the paint job back when it wasn't so battered and chipped up from being transported and stored and stuff. But yeah, it has a little bit of wear and tear on it, but I think that adds a little bit to the character, like it's been used. But it did win an award, so I'm very happy about that. It has the power and it looks good. That is the overall look at the Stampede. I'm going to be showing you a rate of fire video because this thing does have a nice rate of fire for HVZ. And sadly, my chronograph is being really wonky today, so I can't show you that. But I can confidently tell you that this thing shoots 60 to 65 feet flat. I've used it for multiple HVZ games, and this thing is a beast. So let's get to that rate of fire video. Alright, I have an 18 round magazine filled up with couche and regular darts. Shouldn't really affect the rate of fire. I'm going to shoot out of this chair and give you a rate of fire dart per second count below it. So here we go. There we go, that's 18. 18 rounds. So there you have it. That is the Communist Stampede, the American Stampede's older brother. This was my first fully painted blaster that I ever did with the details and everything. So not only does it look good, it shoots good. Shoots well, I should say. But I hope you enjoyed this blaster. Have a great day wherever you are.